Hello, Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Hasni Srina Adha binti Mukhtar. My metric number is S56058. The ratio I have choose is liquidity ratio. The company I have choose is Aeon Co Berhad and Kisan Berhad. The first one is current ratio. The current ratio is to measure the company's short-term liquidity with respect to its available asset and pending liabilities. In other words, enough cash to pay off all its debt once they become due. It used globally as a way to measure the overall financial health of a company. The formula of the current ratio is current asset divided by current liabilities. Next is to calculate the current ratio of the Aeon Co Berhad current asset, which is 803,819 divided by current liabilities 2328719. Get the current ratio 0.35. For the Kisan Berhad, the current asset is 15932,562 divided by current liabilities, which is 133,089,551. Get the current ratio is 0.12. The interpretation result of the Aeon Co Berhad, the current ratio is 0.35, which means Aeon Co Berhad current asset are 0.35 times more than its current liability. For every 1 ringgit of current liability, Aeon Co Berhad has 0.35 ringgit of current assets available to pay for it. Current liability, Aeon Co Berhad has 0.35 ringgit of current assets available to pay for it. The interpretation result of the Kisan Berhad, the current ratio is 0.12, which means Kisan Berhad current assets are 0.12 times more than its current liabilities. For every 1 ringgit of current liability, Kisan Berhad has 0.12 ringgit of current asset available to pay for it. The comment of these two companies, Aeon Co Berhad has 0.35 ability to repay against 1 ringgit current liability and Kisan Berhad has 0.12. So this implies that Aeon Co Berhad has more ability to repay its short-term obligation. The second one is quick ratio. The quick ratio is an indicator of a company's short-term liquidity, position and measure of a company's ability to meet its short-term obligation with its most liquid asset. The formula of quick ratio is total current asset minus inventory minus prepaid expense divided by current liabilities. The quick ratio of the Aeon Co Berhad, the total current asset, which is 803,819 minus inventory 623,644, get the 180,175, and divide by current liabilities 232,8719 and get the quick ratio 0.07. For the Kisan Berhad, the total current asset, which is 15932,562 minus inventory 5263902, you can get 10668,660 and divide by current liabilities 133,089,551 and get the quick ratio, which is 0.08. The interpretation result of the Aeon Co Berhad, the quick ratio of 0.07 shows that Aeon Co Berhad has enough current assets to cover its current liabilities. For every 1 ringgit of current liability, Aeon Co Berhad has 0.07 ringgit of quick asset to pay for it. In the interpretation result for the Kisan Berhad, the quick ratio of 0.08 has shown that Kisan Berhad has enough current assets to cover its current liabilities. For every 1 ringgit of current liability, Kisan Berhad has 0.08 ringgit of quick assets to pay for it. The comment of these two companies, Aeon Co Berhad has the quick ratio of 0.07, whereas Kisan Berhad has 0.08 chance of paying off its short-term obligation without relying on the sales and inventory. Number 3 is account receivable turnover. Account receivable turnover is an efficiency ratio or activity that measures how many times a business can turn its account receivable into cash during a period. In other words, the account receivable turnover ratio measures how many times a business can collect its average account receivable during the year. The formula of account receivable turnover is net credit sale divided by average account receivable. to calculate the account receivable turnover ratio, we have to calculate the average account receivable first. For the AEON Kuberhard, the average account receivable is 74363. Next, we have to calculate the account receivable turnover, which is net credit sale 4051,302 divided by average account receivable 74363 and get the account receivable turnover ratio 54.48. The interpretation result of the AEON Kuberhard is that means that AEON Kuberhard collects their receivable about 54 days. For the Kisan Berhad, that means Kisan Berhad collects their receivable about 71 days. The common of these two companies, AEON Kuberhard has 54.48 of account receivable turnover and Kisan Berhad has 71.39 of account receivable turnover. Kisan Berhad has a higher account receivable turnover ratio than AEON Kuberhard. So Kisan Berhad is effectively collecting debts payment with regard to their sales. The last one is inventory turnover. Inventory turnover is a financial ratio showing how many times a company has sold and replaced inventory during a given period. A company can divide the day in the period by the inventory turnover formula to calculate the day it takes to sell the inventory on hand. The formula of inventory turnover ratio is cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. To calculate the inventory turnover ratio, the first one we have to calculate the average inventory, which is 688858. Then we have to calculate the inventory turnover ratio, which is cost of goods sold 4051,302 divided by average inventory 688858. We can get the inventory turnover ratio, which is 5.89. For the Kisan Berhad, the average inventory is 7776,108 and the inventory turnover ratio, the cost of goods sold is 74552020 divided by average inventory 7776,108. We can get the inventory turnover ratio, which is 9.59. The interpretation result of the AEON Kuberhard would be 5.89 inventory turns per year. That is, AEON Kuberhard would take 62 days to sell. For the Kisan Berhad would be 9.59 inventory turns per year. That is, Kisan Berhad would take 38 days to sell and replace all inventories. The common of these two companies, the inventory turnover of AEON Kuberhard is 5.89 times and Kisan Berhad is 9.59 times. Here, the best ratio is Kisan Berhad is better than AEON Kuberhad. So that's also my report of these two companies with liquidity ratio. Thank you.